Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and to this new attempt at flying the Wellington. Well, the Wellington actually did fly once, and it did fly, so it was okay, but it was very difficult to control it. So if you don't remember, if you can check back in the history of the videos, I had a whole operation to install new servos, so servos in each wing. Before I just had one servo in the middle, so now I have one servo in each wing, and with that I hope that the controllability is much better. The downside might be that it might be a little bit heavier, I'm not sure, but it shouldn't be by much. And with the 3-blade propellers and all this setup, I'm hoping that it does work. As you can see, I'm on this field. It's not perfect because it's not too big, and I see that they've cut it in lanes somehow. I think that's for the bees, so that the bees have some flowers still. So I'm going to see where I pitch camp and try to get it in the air, and let's see how that goes. I'm not looking into the sun, which is going to be difficult, I think, here. Anyhow, let me set up and let's go to it. And the setup is done. Just as a reminder, here I have the 1-cell batteries, and I have a set of them, but I have the suspicion, the fear that some of them are not as powerful. So I wanted to do some tests to check them at home, somehow like connecting them to an airplane and trying to set up like a thrust meter or something like that, but I didn't do it. So I'm not sure if all the batteries are good or not, but I'm going to try it. I've got the numbers. I've got number 1 in now. Let me do a bit of a surfaces check. So elevator up, not much, more down than up. I think it's also got the gyro stabilization, and I can't take that off. So yes, sometimes it does move up, but very limited. Aileron's actually very good, I would say. From this perspective now, it's way more than it had before. Or rather, I was using it in the past to turn, again not very much, but something there. And the motors, let's see, so that's both of them actually turning. You can't see them, but both are turning. Good, so let's go for it. And I don't know where to stand it, I don't bump into my own gear. And here I think Cliff's approach is to launch with the left, have throttle, and then I have my finger already on the elevator and ailerons, right? So let's see, full throttle. Something happened there, I'm not sure what. I think the motor's cut in the middle of the air. So the propeller survived, I put them back on. It did take quite a hit on the nose. Again, I don't know if we got it on camera or not. But now I'm a little bit worried as why did the motors cut mid-air after the launch? Is it the battery, or is it pulling too much energy from the ESC, and that's why? So maybe I don't need to put the battery hatch on right yet. I'm going to do a test again. Full engine power. Nothing. Yeah, it's cut off. So let me disconnect the battery and connect it again, and do a full engine run up. That's going to be the plan now. It's a bit fiddly. Okay, so there with the battery hanging out. Surfaces work, let's see the motors. Okay, so full engine run up, let's see the hose. Yeah, it holds. So why did it cut out? I don't know. So let's give it another try. Packing the battery back in and giving it another try. So attempt number 2. Launching with the left, throttle full, and hoping it holds out. I didn't even get to launch and it cut out. So it's going to be, let's see if it's a battery. I'm going to change it out and not risk it this time. So battery number 2 in place, hoping it does that. Let's do a full engine power up. Okay, sounds good. Let's try it again. Left launch, power to maximum, and surface is check, and launch. Am I recording? Yeah, good. Okay, we are flying. Yay! Ailerons are much better, of course, now. Don't know what you can see, what you can't. So the ailerons have worked. It is flying. It is flying. That's fantastic. And then the battery, it was the battery issue, so it's good. Looks there like RAF bomber command is on its way. Hopefully not on the receiving end of that, right? Low pass. Hey, it looks great up in the air. Low flying, there you can see the camouflage. The props look fantastic with the yellow tips. Yes, Barnes Wallis knew how to design planes, right? And Towner also. Just going around in circles now, trying somehow to get positioned that I can fly towards the camera and not crashing it. Okay, missed that one. Let's pick up some altitude. Oh, stalling it, stalling. Bit of a stall there. But good characteristics on the stall. I can't tell if it's tail heavy or not. If I let go, it pitches down a little bit. So I have the feeling it's more nose heavy than anything. And there's some trees there and I don't want to get into them. That's why I maybe banking too much. Let's see if I can get some altitude and do a flyby. Okay, so now down. Too far away. See if I can do one that is closer to the camera. Up a little bit. There I touched the grass and I lost the prop, I think. So let me look for the prop first, and I see the airplane with its tail sticking out. So I've been looking around for the prop for a while and have not found it. The prop is not an important loss, but the hub is maybe more important because I might need to get some more cannibalized from some of the other models. I think, I don't know if it's on the camera, but I think on my low pass, on my eagerness to show you the plane, I went down low, I hit some of these long blades of grass or flowers. That hit the propeller off. I heard it because one of their motors started to spin up a lot, throttle down, anyhow I wouldn't have maintained on one motor, and it fell into the grass also among all the long patches, so it's long grass patches, so it actually was relatively soft hit, not as hard as the one that was in the first launch. So I think that the long grass was both its demise but also its savior, and no idea how long that has flown for, but it did fly. It was controllable. I could go backwards and forwards on full throttle, or maybe 80% throttle. I had to keep it, so it is not particularly very strongly powered, but it flies, and with that I think I can call this, it's a success. Thank you everybody for following along on this very long story of the Wellington. Don't know how, for years it's been running, and I'll just put it up in its place, replace the propeller, and bring it out some other day.